The Elves and the Shoemaker. There was once a shoemaker who worked very hard and made very good shoes. But still, he could not earn enough to make his living. At last, all his money ran out, and he had only enough leather left to make one more pair of shoes. That evening, he cut out the leather, ready to be stitched up the following morning. And then he followed his wife upstairs to bed, feeling very sad. He rose again at sunrise, said his prayers, and was about to settle down to work, when to his amazement, he saw the shoes all stitched up and ready on the table. The good man could not understand how it had happened. He examined the shoes carefully and found that they were quite beautifully stitched and finished off. The same day, a customer came into the shop and bought the shoes, and because they were of such excellent quality, he was willing to pay the double the usual price for them. With this money, the cobbler had bought enough leather for 2 more pairs of shoes. Again he cut them out, and again he left the leather on his bench overnight, thinking he would stitch them together the following morning. But when he awoke, he found that the work had already been done for him. The 2 pairs of shoes were as beautifully made as the first, and soon found willing buyers. And the shoemaker received enough money for them to buy leather for 4 more pairs. Soon it went on for weeks and months. Each evening, the shoemaker would carefully cut out the leather, say his prayers, and retire to bed. And each morning, he would find the shoes standing sewn and ready in neat rows on the bench. 8 pairs at first, then 12, then 20, and almost too many pairs to count. And he had so many customers that now he could afford to buy the finest skins and other costly materials besides. He cut out knee-high boots of the softest suede for the lords to wear when they rode off with their hounds to the hunt, and shoes of silk and brocade and velvet for the ladies to wear with their fashionable ball gowns. And before many months had passed, the shoemaker grew so rich that he began to want to share his prosperity with his invisible helpers. One night, he and his wife hid behind a pile of leather hides to see who these helpers were. At midnight, 2 little naked men appeared, and hey presto, they stitched up all the shoemaker's shoes for him. Then they disappeared. The shoemaker's wife was very sorry for them because of their nakedness, and she at once set to work to sew them the loveliest little clothes, while the shoemaker made them a pair of pointed silk shoes. They laid the present out and were on the watch again at midnight as the little men came in to do their work. When the elves saw their clothes, they were delighted. They put them on and laughed and danced all around the room, and they skipped out into the street, never to be seen again. But the shoemaker continued to be successful and prosperous in his work for the rest of his days.